Rap.
Come on. And it goes a little something like this.
Everything sports culture.
Rap.
Sports, sounds, and sneakers.
And boom goes the dynamite.
And now,
Sports
Rap Live with Adam Rapp.
Y'all are hot.
Good God.
Come on.
Your mic's not on.
Take us through that moment when Kansas made that last run. You guys huddled up there. I saw you guys kind of huddle up. What was going through your minds and what were you saying to each other?
We huddled up at that moment we wanted to get stopped. He told us that we got to get stopped in one game. At the end of the game we got stopped. And Barkley took a big three, made 2 foul shots, and I made 2 foul shots, and that was the game.
Welcome to Sports Rap Live, everybody. Yes, this is the swag reporter, Adam Rapp, checking in live from Junction Bar and Grill in the shadow of downtown Houston, Texas, where they have the best bar food in H-Town, most beautiful wait staff, coldest drinks around, 42 screens of live sports action, and of course, all the trillest sports talk on air. And if you guys want to get in on any of the action tonight, you can do so by calling the Ghost Pepper hotline at 713-212-5790 as we take you around the world of sports, sounds, and sneakers. And as always, it is brought to you by Diamond Supply Co. and DiamondSupplyCo.com, where the brand new Spring 2 is being rocked by myself. I got my Augusta swag on tonight, of course, because I've got to say hello, friends, and hello, Rap Pack. This is the first Thursday of the month of April, and that means one thing. There's a party at Augusta tonight, and the Masters is on officially, and Rat Pack Big Dog is out there on the course for an up-close look at the field, so we want to shout him out. And I'm going to ask you guys right off the top, is this the major that gets Tiger back on track? Andrew?
I think it could be, but I wouldn't say right off the bat it's for sure. As long as he's in the hunt going into Saturday, because Saturday is moving day. Well, that Friday, Saturday is really good. He starts to make his mark. Because if going into Sunday he has any sort of a lead or is lurking, that's when the fear factor starts to play in, where people start wondering, not to win it, but not to lose it from, because Tiger's in the mix. So I think it very well could be, because we've seen that his game is pretty much, I don't want to say it's tailor-made, but it's a good fit, the way he plays and the way the course plays.
Even at his worst, he's always proved that he can tame Augusta, and the course there at Augusta. They had to Tiger-proof that course, Bun.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't like how he's coming out. He's staying close enough for us to keep him in the conversation. But, if anybody knows this course, it's Tiger, and I've really expected him to jump out a little bit stronger, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, he's always a great finisher when he's hot, and I think if he can close this one out, it's going to say a lot about where Tiger's going in the future. If he doesn't get the jacket, though, I don't know what it's going to do to his psyche, for one, and then because like I said, I think that a lot of the legend hangs on this particular Masters. He hasn't won in several years, and there's a lot of people looking for him to win. And I'm not so sure he can close this deal. I think psychologically, the young boys are getting to him.
The other thing I want to say about this, Adam, is these majors aren't typically events where someone jumps out to a lead and runs away with it. The only people that we've seen really do that are pretty much Tiger. He's one of the few people that we've seen. So this course and this field's not going to get away from him. He knows how to play there. He's got the experience. So it's just about sticking to what he knows and sticking to what he knows about the course and letting the field, let the game come to him.
But when he doesn't jump out in the lead early, he doesn't close.
Very true.
And that's my concern.
Very true. Never one to come back. He's always wanted to lead from the front.
Exactly. And he hasn't been clear-cut, hasn't been playing clear-cut enough to really say, okay, I think Tiger's got it on this one. I think he could have played a lot better today, personally. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to have to really close strong. And I'm not sure. I feel everybody else is going to get better as this goes on. I think they're all going to get more and more comfortable with the course. And just like he's going to improve, I think they're going to improve. I don't think anybody's scared anymore.
Well, these youngsters, they have a leg leg up as well, because not only are they comfortable with the course, but they're comfortable playing right next to Tiger Woods and not being scared of him like a lot of the guys that are our age and older were.
I mean, I remember this from the Mike Tyson era. After the Buster Douglas knockout, you know, a lot of people realized it was mainly a fear factor. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Once you see the king fall, you're scratching for the throne. And I think that's what these young guys are doing. They've seen Tiger kind of fall from grace, so to speak, and they're itching for it. And they're not going to get caught up in the mystique of Tiger. They're not sitting around wondering if Tiger's got it. As far as they're concerned, he's done. This is their time. You know, that jacket's for them. And you know, I'm an OG, but man, you got to show up every time. You got to show up.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. If you don't bring it, Bun, you're not going to have 10,000 people at the show.
No, and I mean, you know, everybody likes to see Tiger play good because it's good for golf, it's good for ratings, it's good for attendance, it's good for merch, it's good for all these other things. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, if it is the end of an empire, then so be it. You know, but I mean, I just really want to see him play his best. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he owns Augusta. You know, he just has to believe that.
Very true. Now, Gons, this Masters, do you believe that it's a breaking point for his career?
Yeah, to reawaken him, or I guess the fan base of like, oh, he's back. You know, like a solid, like he's back now. I mean, right now, kind of touching what Bun was saying, it's basically everyone they're not afraid of him anymore. So everyone feels like, hey, I'm more confident now. When McIlroy was winning too, it's just more of a confidence boost for everyone. So there's no clear cut, oh yeah, Tiger got it. That saying is not around anymore. It's just whoever has it going on that day.
Well, Andrew, who else has it going on today? Why don't you break down the leaderboard?
Well, right off the bat, you look at the top, and there's a guy who's a former winner, Louis Oosthuizen, who has won a major before. He's doing well. Lee Westwood, who has won, he's pretty much dominated much of the British Open and the European Tour. Also an American guy, Ben Crane, he's doing pretty well. Bubba Watson as well. There's also some guys that are, pros that we've seen out there before. Angel Cabrera, who's won it before, he's hanging around at -1, also in the mix. Rory McIlroy, he finished strong at the end with -1. Let's see, Potty Harrington, who's also been up and down in his career as of late, but he's, a true vet. He's hanging around.
Right? Who played with Tiger today?
I'm not sure who played with Tiger. I didn't see his group, but Nick Watney also at -1. I did
finish 3 under. Where's my 3 unders?
No. Miguel Angel Jimenez.
Yeah,
the mechanic.
Yeah,
the mechanic. Yeah, he's a pretty interesting character. The one guy I was surprised today that I thought did, really bad in my opinion, or just kind of lost it, didn't look really comfortable out there, was Phil. You look at Phil's scorecard today, and he had a 7 on the 10th hole. Yeah, he went from 1 over to 4 over, and he righted the ship down the stretch. He actually birdied 3 out of the last 6 holes, so he got himself to 2 over, but he was doing pretty well doing decent until that 10th hole where he got that 3 over. But there's still, you're never really, even Martin Kamer, who has flirted with being #1 in the world, he's at even. And Fred Couples, who has historically done very well this tournament as well, he's at even. This isn't the time yet where you have to be out of it. As long as you're not out of it, you're still in it.
Well, we're off and running, man. It's a Thursday, so I definitely wanted to touch on the Masters, and I do have the Diamond Supply Co. golf-inspired shirt. Woo! Yeah, we're hot here at Junction Bar and Grill.
Yipes.
Yeah, the mics are hot for sure, and baseball's hot because we don't have opening day anymore. We have opening weeks, it seems like. We're going to continue to keep our eye on the diamond as we take you around Major League Baseball as we've slowly but surely gotten closer and closer to all teams opening, including the Astros this weekend. And we are going to give our predictions before the 10 o'clock hour, and that includes our thoughts on the Astros' upcoming season as well, where Andrew will give us his insight and opinions on all things that are hardball.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the season. We're just getting into it, but it's already been an eventful day just in the games that happened today. And I want to talk a little bit about the Marlins Park. I'm not sure if you guys caught that last night, but not just what's there, but it played. That's like a pitcher stadium, Adam. I'm not sure how you saw how big that thing is. It might as well be Petco East. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good look for this Marlins team.
Well, and they're built around their young offense. They got a couple good arms.
Yeah, but they don't have that really good defense out there. I mean, you already have. Hanley Ramirez playing third base. I don't know how this is going to work out. Last night, Logan Morrison looked like he was about to kill himself out and left.
We're going to take it to the NBA at the top of the 9 o'clock hour when we open up the Rapp Sheet, brought to you by BC Smoke Shop. And speaking of smoke, Smoke Dizza is going to tune in later on. And we have the Diamond Supply, of course, Smokers Club shirt with Smoke has made an appearance on in the last couple years. And he's going to tell us all about his new EP that dropped today. Bun, I know you heard it.
Well, I mean, not only heard it, but he told me to tell everybody that he was calling in the night because he felt like it, which is the name of his new EP, because I felt like it. So we're going to have him call in and talk about it. I listened to the EP today. Great. Got some different things that we haven't heard Smoke do before. So I definitely want to talk to him about that. And being a Harlem cat, I want to ask him about, Ruckus Paul. I want to ask him about, going out to the Ruckus. If, you know what I'm saying? If he remembers any classic games out that way.
Absolutely.
Get into all of that tonight.
Absolutely. Well, and you know what? We've gotten to know him. He's done some events with us. And
yep.
I know he's a big music and sports fan and sneakerhead as well. So we'll get his thoughts on that later on. And if you guys aren't catching us live every Thursday and Sunday night on Sports Talk 790 and iHeartRadio, you can always go to the sportsraplive.com website to see the brand new podcast and the greatest visual sports talk show on radio, powered by amphouston.net. And they are in the building right now providing these beautiful lights and cameras for your viewing pleasure. And hey, don't forget, later on, right under the bright lights, our popular Sneak of the Week segment, which is back live on Thursday. Kadoma's going to be stopping by to keeping you up to date on Sneak of the Week number 138, as well as a very, very special sneak peek that we'll tell you guys about later. Right off the top, I got to send a big shout out to Phil Knight and Mr. Eric from Nike Basketball. So, we got giggles at the table already.
Oh, man.
Well, hey, there was a lot of giggles and there was a lot of good times in New Orleans and the Big Easy. And want to tell you guys all about that and wrap up the entire college basketball season, Andrew, which now seems like it just flew by.
It did. It flew by, and it's kind of depressing that after that great weekend of basketball, we really don't have any more college hoops until it's, probably going to be until November, to where we're back in the swing of things. We're getting into the Maui and getting into some other, preseason tournaments. But, I'm always turning my, focus now into baseball and then, college football. Spring practice,
Right on to the next.
Yeah, it's on to the next one. So, and we can also, if you want to, even later, might show up in the bad rap, Bobby Petrino. One Bobby Petrino did not, he got caught in a little predicament, a pickle of sorts this past Sunday, and the news is leaking out today.
Well, he might be sleeping on the couch. My bad rap this week is going to go to people who like to burn their couches. And we'll tell you guys all about that and much more. But when we get back, we're going to have a very, very special guest on the line. And we're going to keep it Trill right here on Sports Rap Live.
Trill is about to recognize Trill.
Live on air. We're making history.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys stick around. We'll be right back here on Sports Rap Live.